In this video, I'm showing you the second of the three options of how to make a Fortnite Duos gameplay video so that both players' gameplay are on the screen at the same time, and this one is using the side-by-side method, just like this.
I'm throwing grenades.
I'm going for him. Might not be the best idea. Knocked one.
I'm coming as well. Oh, well done.
I can't shoot. Nice. Look at us. Let's
I've missed
go.
so many shots then.
If you're a PS4 player and want to learn how to make awesome gaming videos using Sharefactory, plus learn how to do more on YouTube and other PS4 related stuff, then this is the channel for you. So please do subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on future videos like this. So this is the second of the three videos, and I've split it up into part 1 and part 2. Part 1 is the same in all three videos, as it shows you how to get the gameplay from both players onto Sharefactory. If you have already watched part 1 on the first video, then you can skip ahead to part 2. The timestamp is in the description and the comments for this. Part 2 will show you how to edit the gameplay to get the Duos effect that you want, and in this case it's side by side. Helping me with all three Duos videos is Fortnite Noob 0731, who has an awesome Fortnite channel and was my first loyal supporter when I first started YouTube, so please do check out his channel, and if you like his content, please do consider subscribing. Okay, so first thing, we need to make sure our settings are correct. So if we go into the main PS4 menu and go to settings, we want to make sure that if we go into sharing and broadcasts and go into audio sharing settings, we want to turn on the share party audio, because this is what's going to pick up both the audios in your duo game when you're playing. So if we imagine that we've just won a duos game here, both players will have had to record their gameplay in order for this to work. Okay, so if we have been recording, you can stop recording now. If you haven't recorded your gameplay, then you can push the share button once on the controller and press square to save the video clip that you've just been playing. Once player 1 has done that, we're going to say player 1 is the one doing the editing. So player 1 does it, and it will automatically go into Sharefactory ready for them to use at a later point. So now we're going to concentrate on player 2, which needs to get the footage from the gameplay to player 1. So imagine this is the game that we have just been playing. I'm just going to show you, we're going to record this bit, so we're just going to move it around and then we're going to stop recording. So this is what player 2 can do. So all of these options now are how we're going to get players 2 gameplay to player 1 to be able to edit it all together. Okay, so you can go to capture gallery and you can go to Sharefactory, and then you can find what you've just recorded. Okay, so this will be your Duos win recording that you've just done. Okay, once you've done that, you can just see, yep, that's what we recorded, and you can go to the gameplay and push options on the controller and go to copy to USB storage device if you've got a USB in your PS4. If you live near to the person, then you can hand this over to them. They can put it in the PS4 and they can start editing the gameplay. It gets a little bit more complicated if you don't live near the person. So what you could do is player 2 could upload their video onto YouTube but have it as unlisted, so nobody else will see it, but you can give access to player 1 so that they can start using it and to download it to edit it. So I'm going to show you the different methods of how to get this gameplay for player 1 to use. So you could go to, if player 2 gives you access to their YouTube channel, you could go to their video that they've uploaded and you can click on those 3 little dots and you can push download, and then that will download it onto your computer, and you can push show it in folder. And then what you want to do is have a USB stick in your laptop, and you want to have on there a folder called Sharefactory, and then within the Sharefactory folder you have a folder called videos. Okay, and then what you're going to do is drag that video gameplay that you've just downloaded into videos on the Sharefactory. Then you can just take it to your PS4 and upload it or import it onto your PS4. Okay, another option of doing that is you could go to get an OBS Studio, which is a free screen recording system, and you could start recording on there. I'm already recording this, so I can't show you, but you could then find the video, or go onto the YouTube video, and then you can make it full screen, and then you can be recording the gameplay from there. It's not ideal because I don't think the video quality and the audio quality will be quite as good, and you may have to break it up into a few bits, but this is another option. I'm trying to give you different options of methods of how to get this gameplay onto Sharefactory for you. Another option is to to find a video converter to MP4. Now, I can't recommend any of these to you because there's some out there that might give you viruses and all that sort of stuff. So you have to be really careful on which one you're choosing. But if you've been using lots before, then you may have one that works really well. I use 4K video downloader, and I've only used it the once, and I've not had any problems. But I cannot be responsible for anything that you're doing. You need to vet which ones you're going to use if you're going to do that. Okay, then you can download it onto a USB stick, and then you can get into your PS4. So imagine we've done one of those methods. We go in, we put the memory stick into the PS4, then we can go to import videos, and then we can import the video from there, and I've shown you plenty of ways of how to do that in previous videos. Okay, so now we're in Sharefactory, we can start putting those two videos together. Okay, and what we want to do really is we want to make both of the videos ready for us to start editing accurately. Okay, so this is still part one of what we want to do. We're going to find one gameplay first, and we're going to name it player 1 so that we can distinguish between the two players. I'm player 1, I'm doing the editing. Player 2 we need to find. Okay, so we need to find the actual gameplay. I recorded with Fortnite Noob 0731, recorded quite a lot, so I'm going to find the start of the gameplay that I want to use, and I'm going to split it. Okay, so this is the start, then I need to find the end, which is here. I've just forwarded it across a little bit. I'm going to split it again at the end of the gameplay that we want. So once we've done that, we can delete the bits that we don't need anymore. So this is just again getting it ready for what we don't for us to be able to edit it how we want to. Okay, so we can delete this bit afterwards, we don't need any of that, and we can just delete the intro there that we don't want, delete the bit before that we don't want, so we're left with purely the video gameplay that we want to use. Okay, then we can save that. So what we're going to do is push options, and we want to export that to gallery, and this is just so it's going to be sat there ready for us to use. We can share later. Okay, and then we need to do the same with the second game. Okay, so we can save project and exit, and then we need to find the second player's gameplay. So we go again to new project. And in fact, okay, yeah, there you go. That's player 1 saved there, so that's good. So we want to do the same for the player 2's gameplay. So we need to find that one. So we've already got that downloaded. So we get rid of these. We're in a new project. We go to by category, and we go to import videos, and we just find the video that we've imported. Okay, so that's this one here, and this one is already the amount of video gameplay we want pretty much. Okay, so we've got that as a new project here. So we just need to trim the first bit, so we get that to roughly. Now what you want to do is start the project at the same time as the other video started, so you split it where you want to. So what you could do is look at the Fortnite time on the top right hand corner where it's got the time countdown. So you could use that as a really good guide as to when you're starting both videos, and then hopefully they'll be starting and ending at the same time, which will make things a lot easier. Now I didn't do that on this one for some reason, so we will need to edit it a little bit. Okay, so we are getting rid of all the bits we don't want, same as we did before. We're going to export that to gallery like we did before, and we will be left with player 1's video, which is ready for us to edit, and player 2's video, which again is ready for us to edit. So we'll share later, and this is going to be the end of part 1. So this will be the same for all the next 2 videos. You'll just go through the same process again. but the end part of how we edit it will be different for each of the videos. So this is going to give you the option. There you go, we can see we got player 1 and player 2 there, and that's ready for us to go to the next stage, which is editing. So before that, we've got shout out of the day. So thanks so much to Sal_01X for all your comments and positive support. Thank you very much. Please do check out their channel, and if you like their content, please do consider subscribing. Okay, so we're going into videos, and we're going to go into new project, and we're going to go down to whichever theme you want to choose, get rid of all the ticks apart from one, and then we're going to rename the project, and we're going to call it Duos Side by Side. Once we've done that, we want to add the first video, and we go into add clips, and then we go into most recent and find the video we want. Whichever one you choose first is going to go on the right hand side. Okay, so we're going to choose player 1, and that will just put it in to start with, but when we go into side by side, it's going to be showing the on the right hand side. Okay, then we go to add track 2, and we choose add clip, and we go to player 2, and that's going to add it as a second clip. Okay, and then once we're on there, what we want to do is push the square button, and then we can go in to let's go into pip layouts, and then we can change it to side by side from there. Okay, once we've done that, we can come back to the main screen, and then we can just try to start looking at, well, how we're going to line it up. But you notice we left the clip in there to start with for the intro. We're going to also do the same. We're going to add the outro in advance as well, because it makes things a lot easier to move it around, because the track 2 and track 1 are pretty much the same sort of length. So in order to get the audios lined up, then we do need to change it about, and the way we do that is by adding the outro in advance and keeping that intro at the beginning. So that just allows us to slide track 2 around a bit. So we're going in to find the outro, we're adding that, so that's at the end, and that just creates a bit more space for us. Okay, so then we start moving it around. We want to go to edit track 2, and then we can just try to get it so that it's in the right place. Now this takes a little bit of playing about and splitting it maybe, but you just need to move the clip to wherever you think best. So we're going to split this bit just to get rid of a bit of excess at the beginning, and then we can go onto it again and try to move it. Now I try and put the cursor at the beginning of the clip just to make things easier. Okay, we can delete at this stage because we've pretty much got it at the right point here. So now we can kind of just look at the sound, look at where how it's lined up. We're going to use the Fortnite countdown time in the top right hand corner to try and line up the bits as accurately as we can. So we just play that a little bit. Okay, so we can move it just a little bit more. So we're just going to move it a bit along again.
Which is half true. It's a mix of bots and real players.
Okay, alright, so that looks about right. So once we've done that, we can just bring the volume down on one of the clips all the way down to 0, so that we've only got one audio playing, and we'll see what that sounds like.
But it's just like, so like, I don't hide it anymore. I'm just like, yeah, cool. I have sound effects on.
Okay, so this has been re-recorded a couple of times, so it may not sound that great, but when you're doing it for yourself and you're just recording it once, it will be absolutely fine. So what we can do then is we can change the view of the boxes a little bit. So we could go into track 2 and we push the square button and go to pip settings, and then we can tick these boxes, display shadow, display frame, and we can choose the color. So this is the frame around the 2 videos, so you can play about with those. I'm going to keep it as black, and then we just see what that looks like there. Okay, so that's absolutely fine. Okay, and then the other thing you can do is you can go into edit track 2 again, and then you could go into pip backdrop, and you can replace the backdrop to whatever you want, any of the screenshots here. So let's just show you an example of a couple. You could just choose a screenshot, push confirm, and you've got that in the background there. Some of them won't be ideal. Some of them, like that one, was probably going to distract from the actual gameplay that you want. but you've got other options. Some of them are moving, like this one as well, so you can choose which ones you want. But I personally think you could choose a screenshot of something you've taken. I also think you can put a standard color behind and then put some text on it. So if we replace the backdrop, we could go to a screenshot that we've made before. So I've made this one here, which has got a basic color backdrop, and then I've just put some words across the top. So if we choose that one and go back, then you can see we've just got that playing. Thanks for watching. You can put whatever message, please subscribe, or whatever you want to put on from there. Okay, so once you're happy with that, I would just add an intro to the beginning of the video and then push options to export to gallery, and then that will save it so you can use it for future. So you could upload it to YouTube as it is, or add commentary, or add music. So it's totally up to you. So if you found this useful, please do like and subscribe, and do check out the previous Duos video, which gives you other options, and along with the next one which is coming, which is going to be a really good Duos option as well. So thanks very much, and bye.